So I was a baseball player and a wrestler, and I was a pitcher in baseball, which always kind of really contradicted each other, because in wrestling you really wanted to look at trying to have the most strength that you could have, and in baseball it was almost shunned or looked down upon for pitchers to lift weights. And ultimately I stayed away from it because it seemed like the more that I lifted weights, the harder of a time that I had with my throwing mechanics when I was pitching, especially in college. It was really tough. And the challenge is that as you start to increase your weight training, the movement ultimately slows down. So if you want to stay explosive and you want to move quickly, you have to be careful how much you practice moving your body slowly. This comes back to even in running, and wrestling would be the example where we do a lot of long endurance conditioning, but wrestling is a very explosive sport. Well, the body will adapt to what you do to it. So if you train slow, you will get slow over time. And that doesn't mean that there's not a place for slow training. Slow training can be good. You have to be careful how you're doing it. So the heavier that the weight gets, the slower and slower that your movement has to be, right? And the research shows that when you're just over a third or 40-50% of your one rep max, that you're ultimately going to start slowing down your movement. So most people, that's the exercise resistance range that they work out in. Well, your muscle memory over time is going to change, and if you practice getting slow or practice being slow, you're going to get slower and slower over time.